Hello everybody, it's your girl Andrea and I'm here finally back with a video. I know it's been a while, but you know, I'm finally back and I'm here to hopefully make videos for you guys every week because I'm going to dedicate myself to doing that. I was just I was not in the right headspace for videos, and honestly this past month, like, I didn't have any ideas to give y'all. I wasn't feeling motivated. That's the word I should use. I was not feeling motivated to do videos, and I didn't really have any suggestions. I didn't have much going on in my life to really talk about. But you know, I'm here and I'm back, and let's get into this video.
Need you for the old me. Need you for my sanity.
Alright, so I kind of want to talk to you guys today about my dating life. You know, how things have been going, and you know what dating as like a trans woman kind of consists of. Although I feel like I've kind of dealt in that like a few videos ago, or maybe just at some point in my whole YouTube channel. But I mean, it's all about growth, and I just want to share with you guys what I've learned from a few of my dates, and you know what I've learned just dating as a trans woman in 2018. Because girl, it's not all cracked up what it's supposed to be. You figured, oh well, I would transition and be this beautiful bombshell ass bitch and all the guys that flock to me, but that's definitely not the case, because most of them are really just trying to fetishize you and, you know, try to use you as like a human blow-up doll, of course, and they don't ever actually really want to date. At least in my case, I haven't had a boyfriend yet, at least since about 2012, and that was pre-transition. So since I've transitioned these past 5 years, I have not had a boyfriend. I've had friends with benefits, I've had one night stands, I've had shoulda coulda wouldas, but you know, I haven't really had somebody that was consistent enough for me to take on and be part of a relationship with. Mainly because they either had a girlfriend, they were scared of, you know, what society would think of them dating a trans person, or you know, they were just in it for the sex, or they just wanted to try out, see what it would be like to be with a trans person. And so I didn't really get into the whole dating scene. But I had actually got on my first date with a black guy, I think it was sometime this year, or maybe a little bit like the end of last year. But I think it was like the end of last year. Yeah, or during the summer, something around there, bitch. I think it was during the summer. I had went on a date with a black guy, and that was the first time I'd ever been on a date with a black person in the 5-6 years that I transitioned. I've only ever been on actual official dates with white men or Arabian men, but never any black men. And I guess I can get into that. So we met on Tinder, and you know, we matched each other, we chit-chatted, and he was like, hey, well, I'm new to the town, would you like to go out and get a drink with me, or you know, come to this bar, and you know, we can get some food, we can talk, we can chat, catch up, get to know each other. I'm like, okay, cool, that's cute. So then I met up, but you know, I had already asked if he had read my profile because it was on Tinder, and of course I let people know that I am trans before I actually get on and start chatting with people, because I always put it in my profile. Mainly because I don't want any misconceptions. I don't want you thinking, oh well, you tricked me. No, motherfucker, you should have read my profile. Okay, because that's always in the profile. But sometimes dudes are too stupid. They only want to swipe on your pictures, see how fucking hot you look, but they don't ever want to read your bio, you know, maybe spark interest or see what you're into. Bitch, I could have said I got 7 STDs and I rob graves, and you wouldn't have known that because, bitch, you didn't read my profile. But you know, I said, hey, did you read my profile? He was like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, all right, cool. But thing is, he didn't actually read the part where it said, hey, I was trans. So when I got there, I was like 30 minutes late, because I was like, oh my god, should I go, should I not? And then I think I was waiting on something. I don't know what happened, but I took forever to get dressed. And so I ended up showing up, and he was like, well, damn, you look just like your pictures. I'm like, thank you. You kind of look better, because his pictures look rather old, look very matronly, look very old and ancient. But he looked cute in his profile. Mine were only, I think we're about 23 or something like that. We're about the same age. So, you know, he just looked very mature for his age. Like, he was balding and shit like that. But, you know, we talked and chit-chatted, complimented each other. He had already started eating and ordered his drinks, because, bitch, I was like 30 minutes late. So, you know, chit-chatting, he was like, you know, I was looking at your profile when you, before you got here, and I didn't realize that you were trans until I finally got to the bottom of it. And I was thinking, hey, I don't know if I should actually stay, but you know, you seem like a cool person through text. So I was like, why not? So I was like, oh wow, well, you know, it was definitely in there, but you know, thanks for reiterating that you knew that I was trans. But he also said that from the place he lived at before, that he actually had talked to somebody who was trans. I don't know if he actually talked or he hooked up, which I think he actually hooked up. He didn't actually try and talk and get to know him, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we actually hit it off. We talked, but you know, we was really feeling each other. And he was like, so I really want to continue this. Do you want to go back to your place, or we can go back to my place? You know, we can play some cards, because we had talked about how I'm good at spades and rummy and all that shit like that. And he was like, girl, I beat your ass. I'm like, pause, you won't beat my ass, because I beat bitch's ass in rummy. Money, just like I beat your ass in rummy 25,000 times. But it's okay, girl. She got me on that last one. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So he went to go and play some games, because you know I have like hella board games like Connect 4, Clue, Tic-Tac-Toe. I have all that type of shit at my house. So he came over, he brought a bottle, and you know, every time I would lose or he would lose, we would take shots. Bitch. So I just kept losing, so I kept taking shots. So I was just sitting here just fuck the fuck up. And then of course, bitch, you know, when I get drunk, I get to, you know, want to do some things. So, you know, he called me over like around the table and he was like, come here, give me a kiss. I'm like, this is our first date. I can't do things like that. I'm a lady. So, bitch, he just took me, he just kissed me and tongued me down, bitch. He just tongued me down and it was life. So then, girl, I was just feeling it. Get to kissing and rubbing. And mind you, I had roommates at this point. So I had roommates upstairs and we were downstairs at the kitchen table playing all these board games and stuff. And bitch, he just took off my skirt and took off my shirt. So I took off his shirt. And then next thing you know, we just making out. We going at it. I'm on his lap. We just getting it. Mind you, there's people that might come downstairs and see us at any moment. And we're like butt naked in the kitchen. Not kitchen, but butt naked in the living room. Giving each other life. So then he like picks me up and carries me to the living room. Lays me on the couch. And you know, we start doing some things. But then girl, we was too drunk. So we kind of just passed out on the couch. Because we were too drunk to actually go all the way. So we passed out on the couch, drunk as fuck, naked with nothing but a blanket. Yeah, that's how that night ended, and he ended up leaving, and yeah, he ended up leaving, and then of course, he called me the next day, said, hey, I would really like to hang out with you again, but I think when I eventually went back over to his house, he kept on trying to fool around with me, and I was just like, no, the first time was a mistake. I didn't mean to, because you know I was drunk as fuck, and when I get drunk I act stupid. And so he kept on trying to pressure me into having sex and doing all this other stuff. And I mean, that was my fault, because I set the tone for the relationship when I took him back to my place and hooked up with him. But you know, I thought we could move past that and actually, you know, try and build something, go on actual dates and shit like that. So then I ended up cutting him off because he was just doing too much. So that was kind of like my first date with a black guy, and I mean, it was good. He was very respectful. He was very nice. I liked him. He was cool. But the fact that he just kept on trying to fuck me ever since that day, I was just not into it, because I was like, I didn't really mean for it to go like this, and I didn't want to have sex with somebody, because I knew anytime I do that, they automatically just want sex from then on. They don't actually want to date. And I want to date. I want somebody who I can talk to, who I can, you know, go out to dinners with, go out to eat with. And, you know, that's how kind of it was when I was dating this white boy for a little bit, like. And I took that for granted a little bit. I'm going to admit that. I had talked to this white boy for a little bit after I had met him on Tinder. Sorry, I think that my boobs are popping out of this shirt. So I'm trying to make sure YouTube doesn't flag me for nipples popping out. But you know, I hadn't talked to this white boy before, and I met him on Tinder, and it took me maybe like three or so weeks until we actually started being sexual with each other. And that's because he was treating me like a queen, y'all. He loved him, this African queen, okay? He was down with the swirl. And I actually think I met him at the bar. And I took him back to my place, and y'all, oh shit, I took him back to my place, and I mean, we made out and shit like that, but we never actually had sex or, you know, did any sort of sexual things, and he would just stay the night. So This boy, he took me out to eat, to Applebee's, and to, you know, just wherever I wanted to go. He took me out to eat. Anytime he wanted to come over, he'd be like, hey, are you hungry? Do you want me to bring you something? Do you want me to pick up a bottle? It's like, yes, baby, bring the bottle and bring me a 4 for $4. Okay, bring me a 4 for $4 for Wendy's with a strawberry lemonade, large. And he offered, like, he was love, y'all. He was love. But I think he was just doing all that just to get the panties. But eventually he got them because he played his cards right. And we were good. And he would always want to stay the night and cuddle. And at that point in time, I wasn't really trying to be on that type of show. I was like, damn, this nigga always want to stay the night. He always trying to cuddle. He always want to be up underneath me. And bitch, that's the type of shit I'm looking for now. But of course, dudes, all they want to do is have sex now. So I missed out. But although he did come back into town and he just paid me dust. So that's nipped in the butt. So yeah, my dating life hasn't been like super consistent. It's usually just been a string of hookups or, you know, me trying to get to know somebody, and then when I don't want to give up my body, they kind of pay me dust, and that's how it is. Like, I really don't get to date. I don't really get to go on a lot of, you know, personal dates. I don't get a lot of, you know, deep conversations, and it sucks. In all honesty, I wish I could find something that was more stable, but, you know, I think it's either the town I live in or the state I live in. But I mean, I see a lot of girls out here. Amaya Scott, she just got cheated on by her boyfriend, and she's literally one of the most beautiful trans women I have ever seen. Shout out to Amaya Scott. And she got cheated on, and she bomb as fuck. She's on TV and she got cheated on. Like, what the fuck? So what is there hope for me? And I'm average as fuck. I'm basic as fuck. I mean, I'm not a Maya Scott pretty. I'm not a Maya Scott successful. And I expect to be, you know, treated right, girl. If she can't get treated right, what makes you think I can get treated right? Freaking Laverne Cox. I love Laverne Cox. She's one of the most successful black trans women out there, and she's great representation. She didn't get into her first monogamous relationship until now. She said this is the first time in a decade that she's been in a monogamous relationship. What kind of bullshit? I don't want to wait till I'm 34, 35, 36 to be in a monogamous relationship with somebody. I don't want to. It's like, I mean, I'm not all together now. I don't have everything I want done surgically. I don't have everything that I want done financially. I'm not where I want to be. I'm, you know, I'm just living my life, and, you know, I'm not at a stable position, but it would be nice to have somebody to, you know, share stuff with intimately. You know, I'm a sucker for intimacy. Not sex, but I'm a sucker for intimacy. So, like, one of the most intimate moments I've ever had was with this guy. We had been hooking up over the summer, and, because girl, you know, like I said, I'm at home, or at least I was. We was hooking up over the summer. He was on the football team, and so he had all this free time after practices, and, you know, we would come over, I would cut him over, we would talk, we would chill. I cooked for him, you know, make out. He wanted to introduce me to his friends. He took me out to eat. He, you know, he wasn't scared to not, you know, he was proud to be with me. He didn't, like, try to hide me from the world. He was like, hey, if you want to go out and go to the club, we can go out to the club. If you want to go out to eat, we can go out to eat. Or, you know, you can cook. It doesn't matter. Like, do you want me to introduce you to my roommates? Because I don't want you thinking that I am trying to hide you from anybody. I'm like, yes. But back to the intimacy. One of the most intimate moments was, girl, we was just sitting in bed, cuddled up, listening to Maxwell, girl. We were listening to Maxwell, Pretty Wings. He was singing to me. I was singing to him. I was like leaned back like this. He was just, you know, had his arms wrapped around me. We were just cuddled up, just grooving to Maxwell. I'm singing, he's singing, we harmonizing. But you know, oh, he was like, is my nipple showing? Oh my god. But that was like one of the most intimate moments I've had with somebody. Like, we were just vibing. Like, it wasn't no sexual, nothing. I didn't have to suck his dick. He didn't have to eat me out. He didn't have, it was no like sexual, like, it was just no, we weren't in a rush to be sexual with each other. It was just, like, we let the tension build up, because I didn't have sex with him until a few weeks. But it was just love leading up to that. And that's what guys don't understand nowadays. They just want to rush into sex. They don't want to build up to the point to where it's just like, damn, I'm really craving you, let's get it in. They just want to rush into sex. They don't want to build up the emotional tension, the physical tension, that sexual tension that girls like. Especially even when they're in the mood and like about to have sex. They want to go make out for 2 seconds and then shove right into the pussy. It's like, no, you need to kiss. You need to cuddle. You need to rub. You need to lick. You need to suck. You need to caress. You need to do all of these things, guys. These things will like heighten the sexual tension to where the girl is wet for you, to where she's calling you, to where she is craving you to be inside of her. But you guys don't want to do that. You guys just want to rush into the pussy because you see some pussy or you see some ass. No! Take your time, fellas. Take your time and just build it up until where it's just, love. And that's what he did. He would just build shit up and be like, we would come over, we would watch movies. We would just chill. We would have popcorn. We would go out and get snacks. Like, we just chill with each other. And that's what I miss. Intimacy. That was one of the most intimate people I've ever been with. And probably ever will until I find somebody, because we just clicked. Like, he was goofy. He wasn't like a hood nigga. He wasn't, I'm just a super pretty boy and I know I look good, so I don't have to, you know, try as hard. He was just super chill. He vibed with me. Like, it was just so good. We had so much in common. But
he had a girlfriend.
And I didn't know he had a girlfriend until he was like, hey, I need to tell you something. I'm like, oh, what's up? And this is when we're like at Denny's talking. He was like, well, you know, I have a girl back home. I'm like, wow, I wish I would have known this. And I knew he had a girl, kind of, but I didn't really want to, I didn't want to open my mouth and say anything about it. I was like, oh, well, if I put it out of my head, then she doesn't exist. But his girlfriend was back in Texas and he was here, so I kind of just paid it dust. Because I remember one day he was in the bathroom after I think he was going to pee or something, and I had looked at his phone and it said like, Sarah, heart, 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 and she was like, I love you, babe, good night. And I was like, wow. And we're over here just being caking up, loving up on each other, and you got this whole girl texting you. But you know, I didn't pay no mind, so I was just waiting for him to confirm it or him to tell me. So I got the confirmation when he told me at Denny's. But bitch, I still kept fucking with him, being stupid. But then he told me he was moving her up here from Texas so she could live with him because he wanted her to go to school out here. So bitch, I was over it. I said, fuck him, don't talk to me no more. But my dumb ass still kept hooking up with him until it was time for us to come up here. Because, you know, I'm like, nigga, you my nigga. I like you. I want you here. So I want to spend the rest all the time I have with you until I can't anymore. And I did just that. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of being a mistress. But, you know, bitch, I was getting my life. I don't get a lot of lifetimes, y'all. As trans women, we are only offered moments. We are only offered moments in this life. And I'm tired of it. And I took my moment and I ran with it. Sorry if y'all don't like it, but I took my moments. I needed my moments. I needed my intimacy, and I took them. So if you guys think I'm a hoe, I'm a slut, I'm whatever, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't get to make that many memories when it comes to how I want to be loved. And he taught me that. He taught me the way I wanted to be treated. Although he had a girlfriend, but he's the only nigga that I've ever been with that has treated me like somebody who has loved me. Like, he didn't even like for me to wear weave. He liked me with my natural, this is my natural hair, but he loved my natural hair. He wanted me playing my hair. Anytime I would come up with a wig, he'd be like, what are you doing with that shit on your head? Take that shit off. I'm like, okay, daddy. Get comfortable real quick. So, I mean, that's what I did. I would come up with my natural hair. He made me feel sexy because I never felt sexy with my natural hair, and he made me feel sexy. He always told me how beautiful I was. He always told me, he was like, you know what, it's really sad that you've never been treated like this before, and that I'm the first person to actually make you feel like somebody, to make you feel wanted. I'm like, I don't got time for no intimate moments right now. Don't, girl. We just, that's the type of nigga that I want. But the nigga had a girlfriend, so clearly he was trash anyway. Although he taught me that that's the type of man I want. Not the cheating part, but he showed me self-love. He showed me what I want in a man. He showed me how a man is supposed to treat me, even though, like I said, he had a girlfriend. But if he did not have a girlfriend, he would have been the perfect guy to be with. And he's the only guy that's ever made me feel like that. So yeah, we closed that chapter in our lives. And I mean, I seen him maybe last weekend. We actually talked, and we was in the car for like an hour talking. He was talking, he wanted to hook up again and like start things back, but I was like, no, you have a girlfriend. It's not fair to her. I really don't want us to, you know, continue this, because I don't want karma coming back on my ass. So I was like, we just need to end it here, and you know, if I see you around, I see you around. And that's how things ended between us. But yeah, that's kind of like how my dating life is. I always get the short end of the stick. I always get the shithole guys, the bottom of the barrel ass niggas. I never get the guys who actually want to pursue me, because usually if I go after somebody, it's because I've kind of pursued them, or I've like just left hints to where they can come after me. But no guy has just ever actively pursued me that has just like wanted me as much as I want them. And that's what I need. I need to find a guy that wants me just as much as I want them, because if I want you more than you want me, the shit's not gonna work. And you know, I built up some self-worth and some self-esteem off of that, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be the one to just chase you down and chase after you. That's not me, and that's not how I want things to go. If you want me, you can find me. If you want me, you can hit me up. If you want me, you can take me out to eat. You can take me to dinner. You can do all the things that you're doing with these cis women you're doing to, you know, in order to get the box. Because for cis women, although you may just, you know, try and jump in there and get some pussy, you know you're going to have to work to get the pussy. You know you're going to have to work. You're going to have to pay some bills. You're going to have to take them out to dinner. You're going to have to, you know, spend time with them. You're going to have to get to know their interests. You're going to have to, you know, learn their favorite color, their favorite food, what type of music they like. And you think just because I'm trans that you don't have to learn that. You can skip all those steps and get straight to the sex, because I'm not worth learning all of that. Because you know you're only here for a nut, therefore you don't need to learn all this. But you do. All I'm saying is I expect the same treatment as you're doing in order to get another woman as you would get to me. I'm not any different. I may be trans, but I still deserve the same respect. I still deserve the same rights. I still deserve to be treated like a normal woman. Because that's what I am. I may be trans, but I'm still a woman. I still have woman needs. I still need to be treated as such. If you see me as a woman, then you need to respect me as a woman and treat me like you do cis women, and take me out and show me off, and don't be ashamed of being with me, because I can't be with a man who can't be with me. Okay, I'm not going to deal with a man who's DL or in the closet, who's ashamed of what his friends might think, or what his family might think, or no, oh my god, society's going to think I'm gay. Well, baby, if you're that worried about what everybody else is thinking about you instead of what I think about you, then baby, clearly we're not right for each other. Because that means you're insecure, and you'll run at the first sight of, you know, some shit going down the hill. Because I get shit all day, every day. I get motherfuckers calling me a man, a tranny, saying there's only two genders, saying you're mentally ill, saying you're going to go to hell, you're an abomination. But you can't deal with somebody saying, oh, you're gay. One, if you know you're not gay, and you know you're dating a woman, she may be trans, but she's still a woman. Because clearly you can look at me and you can look at a guy and see we're clearly not the same. See that we clearly don't look alike, we don't act alike, that our mannerisms are different, than like, I don't have to explain myself to be a woman to you. That apparently you don't feel like explaining the fact that I'm trans, that hey, you know, she may be a little broader, that's because she's trans, or you know, she may be 5'8", but you know, I love her. She may have some big ass feet, but you know, that's my girl. And dudes don't think like that. They're too immature, they're too close-minded, and they're too scared and too deep in the closet of their own self-pity to realize the fact that, hey, there's a lot of good women out here that are trans, and I'm treating them like shit. So if you approach me on some fuck shit, stay over there. So that's my advice as far as, you know, dating while trans. Don't settle for less. Know your worth, then act tax. And in that, I conclude. So thank you guys for watching my video, and leave me, you know, some of your dating advice. Leave me some dating tips. Leave me, you know, some of your dating stories, because I would love to hear about them. So bye. Oh, also like, comment, subscribe. Then bye.